Trump threatened to hit Iran very hard and announced plans to seize Kharg Island, the terminal that handles roughly 90% of Iran's crude oil exports. Within hours, Iran's top joint military command issued a statement that was specific and measured. Either oil and gas exports remain available to all nations, or they will be available to no one. Iran then formally declared the Strait of Hormuz closed to all marine traffic. Its navy fired on 2 oil tankers that tried to transit anyway, and Trump canceled the strikes he had just announced. That sequence tells you everything about how close this came to crossing a threshold neither side actually wants to cross. Kharg Island plans have existed inside US military planning for months. The island processes the bulk of Iran's oil exports and is the single choke point through which Iranian hydrocarbon revenues flow. US officials repeatedly shelved the option because it was considered too escalatory. When Trump announced publicly that the US would seize it and take total control of Iran's oil and gas industry, he was using it as a pressure tool, a maximalist threat designed to force movement at the negotiating table. Iran's military command did not read it that way. Their response was the most consequential warning of this entire conflict. Oil will either be available to all or available to no one. That means if the US strikes Iran's oil infrastructure, Iran will close the strait to all shipping, including the oil flows of Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Iraq, and the UAE, countries that have nothing to do with this conflict but whose exports pass through Hormuz. Iran was threatening to pull the entire global energy market into the blast radius. The World Bank, publishing on the same day, already had global growth projected at 2.5% for 2026, down from 2.9% the year before, warning that severe energy disruptions combined with financial stress could push that number to 1.3%. Iran's warning was a direct threat to make that scenario real. Iran's Joint Command went further, warning that another US attack would not only deepen regional instability, but could expand far beyond its current scope. Those 5 words, far beyond its current scope, are the chilling part. It is Iran telling Washington in measured official language that it has options outside the Gulf, outside the Strait, outside the theater of the current conflict, and that crossing the Kharg Island line would activate them. All of this landed on top of an already relentless exchange of strikes. US forces had launched overnight operations targeting Iranian military surveillance capabilities, communication systems, and air defense sites across the country. Iran's IRGC responded by hitting 18 US military targets at air bases in Kuwait and Bahrain. Bahrain's Interior Ministry confirmed sirens. Iran's Navy fired on 2 ships that attempted to pass through the closed strait. The pace of exchanges had reached multiple rounds per day, compressing what used to take days into hours. Then Trump canceled the planned strikes and said a deal was close to being finalized. Iran's foreign ministry did not confirm any deal. The World Cup added its own strange footnote to the moment, with FIFA revoking the ticket allocation for Iranian fans attending Iran's 3 matches in the US, citing the ongoing conflict, leaving Iranian supporters who had bought tickets unable to attend games their own team was playing. Iran's warning carries weight specifically because of what this country has demonstrated over the past 3 months. It has fired at US military bases across 6 Gulf states. It has closed shipping lanes. It has maintained this conflict while absorbing significant damage to its own infrastructure. When it says oil will be available to all or to no one, the energy markets and every government that depends on Gulf exports understands that Iran has both the capability and the established willingness to follow through. That is the credibility behind the warning. Trump heard it. The strikes were canceled. Whether what comes next is a real deal or another round of exchanges framed as a pause is the question nobody can answer yet.
Бегу.